So what we're going to be covering in this video today is angle addition and angle bisectors, like the title says. Angle addition is a pretty straightforward idea. If you've got a point that is on the inside of an angle, and that's going to form a ray, which will allow us to create, as we have here with angle AOC, right? We've got big angle AOC, and then we've got this point B that's on the interior. And if we connect that ray from the vertex to point B, that angle AOC is now two different angles, AOB and BOC. And basically what we're saying is, if you take the measure of angle AOB, let's call this one 35, and take the measure of angle BOC, which is 15, add it together, that will give us the measure of angle AOC. So 35 plus 15 is the measure of angle AOC, which is 50 degrees. Pretty straightforward, very similar to what we were dealing with when we were dealing with segment addition back last unit, where we put a point in the middle of a line segment and created two smaller line segments that make up the larger one. So it's the same idea. Now this up here is generally how we abbreviate or kind of shorten the idea of angle addition postulate, so that when we start needing to use these to prove point, to in proofs and to support an argument, that's what we can use the angle symbol and then add post. Obviously, they're going to get a little more involved than what we had right here. So if we had this here where we are given this information that YMC is equal to 170, and we wanted to find the measure of AMC, we could say that the measure of angle YMA plus the measure of angle AMC is going to equal the measure of angle YMC. And we take, just like we always do, we take what we know and say 5x plus 19 plus 5x plus 1 is equal to, in this case, 170. We weren't going to get anywhere if we weren't given that measure. So we've got 5x, no, sorry, ignore that. That simplifies to 10x plus 20 is equal to 170. And if we solve for x, which is 170 minus 20 divided by 10, that gives us 15. And now we say, all right, I want the measure of angle AB, or AMC rather. So we're going to do 5 times 15 plus 1, which is 76. And we got that because I know that YMA plus AMC, adjacent angles, add together, in this case, to 170. Now, if we take one other idea here, this idea of angle bisector, and say, all right, well, if we've got a ray that splits a angle into two congruent angles, that's a angle bisector. So ray BD splits this in half. This is information that you're going to need to be given. And we know that 6x plus 3 is ABD. And angle DBC is 8x minus 7. So if we want to find out what x equals, we can say that these two angles are equal to each other. Their measures are equal, so we have 8x minus 7 equals 6x plus 3. So that becomes 2x equals 10. When we algebra that out, we get x's on one side, variables, numbers on the other. So x is going to equal to 10 divided by 2, or 5. And we want the measure of angle ABD. We know x now. So if ABD is equal to 6 times x, or 5, plus 3, that gives us 33. I hope the quality of the audio is okay on this. I know I don't have my microphone, so I was just kind of going with the computer model. I hope this made sense. We're going to get plenty of chance to practice this, not later today as well as in future classes. So please let me know if you have any questions. I hope this helped.